Hello YouTube and welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about power. So where do we start? So basically we're looking at the interfaces down here. So ignore that for now. We'll start down here where you've got character. And some of the, well, actually you can see the materials there that we're going to get to. But here under the character interface, that's where you've got the ninja tools. As you level up, you unlock higher levels of TI, and then you get these items from it. Until you get to the, whatever you call them, orange or gold ones, there's not much point worrying about it. Just keep leveling them up, leveling them to the maximum, because that's when you get the gold ones, that's when it starts to get fun. I have missed some. I mean, I'm not level 20 in any of them yet, but we'll get there eventually. Now to get these items, you have Team Instance, which opens twice a day. It stays on the whole day during the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And see, I've got some left from this week. So you get them from this Team Instance. You got in the morning from 10 o'clock till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then in the evening from 1800 till 2200. And the rewards, you can't get in to see it because it's not open now. But it does show you the rewards that you can get, and that's basically where you get the ninja tools from. Now within the ninja tools themselves, you can also get power by reforging them, so adding extra attributes. If you have any ninja tool that doesn't have the 5th or the 6th attribute, you can add it to it by putting, say, the item that's got the attribute there. So this one has ninjutsu, so I could put this there, and then you'll have to click to whichever one you want to swap. So you click one from each side, and then you need to put offerings. To get 100%, you need 6 orange items to basically have a chance of not failing. And that's one of the ways to get power, but don't bother with it until you get to these ninja tools. There's really no point wasting ninja tools until you get to a high level of the gold summons. Damn it. Gold, or some of them are actually classified as red, as the red gourd. So until you get this level of ninja tools, don't bother with forging. Just keep leveling them up. That's a better way of getting power that way. To level them up, you just add items here, and the pigs that you find while searching through the treasury, through the treasures, and then you strengthen them. Which, to be honest, I can do this one because it's level 18. And there you go. There you go. Anyway, this video will be long enough, so let's not waste time here. So basically you get power when it gets level 19, so each time you pass a level, that's when you get power. These items that you see here are quite good, especially after the nerf. If you've been playing this game for a while, you will have realized that the additional stats on the ninja tools that you obtain from Team Instance were nerfed. And this is one good way to reforge to higher stats, to better stats. It's going to get ninjutsu plus 60, which is good. Control plus 75, that's also good. Combo, that's good. And these ones you get these items from the ultimate training, which is very important because you do get other items from here as well. So keep going, check them once in a while. If you get stuck somewhere, just wait until you have power to pass that level, I guess, or change formations. It's kind of like ninja exam, really. So I think that's about it for the ninja tools. No, it isn't. You see these little rings, links, or whatever you call them here between the ninja tools. Now, I think this used to give 5% when the link was broken and 10% when it matched. But for some reason it says 30% on here, which I'm a little, don't know, maybe I just forgot what it was because I haven't looked at this in a long time. Anyway, 30% is good. So you click on an item and you click on 5 natures, and you have to use these golden, whatever they're called, the rare ones, for the golds, ninja tools. And if you add purple tools, you do get the purple ones actually in quite an abundance, let's say. So you can waste all those when you're at lower levels, when you get the purple items. Just waste them away because you won't have any use for them until you get to the gold ninja tools. So yeah, these 3 will become random. So at the moment I've got earth, wind, water. If I was to infuse 5 natures, I would use 3 of these rare thingies, and all of them could change. One of them could change. I mean, basically it's random. So I've got, I mean, these aren't the greatest links unless I'm actually using running resistance ninjas that need resistance, because these 3 here are only resistance. Then I'm running quite a lot of defense here, but I can't be bothered to mess about with them, so that's fine. It's not a biggie. What you'd want ideally, or I'd want, would be definitely attack, maybe life, but attack and ninjutsu, and attack, ninjutsu, and life, I guess, would be the best ones. But it's up to you. It's entirely up to you what you want, and if you have enough stones to get to what you want. And I think that does it for the ninja tools. And these things you also get them from Team Instance, by the way. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna look at, it's the ninja interface, and there's a lot of stuff here that can get you power. Yeah, that's the theme I'm running now, just for fun, running it for the day. I think later I might actually change to this theme. I worked this out a few minutes ago, but yeah, we'll see. So power here, obviously leveling up the ninjas. So let's go into train and leveling up the ninjas. Level cap at the moment, and the English version of the game is level 95. As you see, most of these ninjas there are. So upgrading their level, you can do it here. Upgrade level, and the next thing, really upgrade the stars. A lot of the ninjas, especially the basic ones, you can get frags from elite instance. So you come here and you get them from, you get frags from these. It's worth doing if it's a ninja that you like, or the ninja that gets skill broken later on. If you keep going after those frags, they'll eventually add up. More rare ninjas and super rares, obviously you have to pay for those. So or even ninjas from the Kage treasure, actually. Ninjas like Mifune, and I suppose they are called rares, aren't they? So yeah, they're rare, so you need to pay for those frags. You get them from events. Like I got Mifune to 4 stars, and from 3 to 4 stars it was all paid. Currently I have an event going on that I would like to get them to 5 stars, but there's really nothing worth spending on. I don't see much in terms of rebate, and I spent quite a lot last week, so I'm not going for that. There's also this week for Idan, and I'd like to get it 5 stars, so that would get my power up as well. But again, it's an event that I think is a bit too expensive and not really worth it. And the way you get power, as you can see there, if you get to 5 stars, then from 15% you will have 20% stats. So with a 5% increase as it goes on, and that's basically pretty much it from the lower. So if I click, okay, I don't actually have any 1-star ninjas. Okay, so Yugito, for example, at 2 stars, she has 5% of everything, of all the stats, or should we call it the main stats. And at 3 stars, she will go to 10%. At 4 stars, 15%, and 20% at 5 stars. And that is the same for all the ninjas. The other thing that you can do to get power down here is to cultivate your ninjas, and make sure you always do that for the ninjas that you have on your main team at least. I'm kinda not doing that for this team because I'm only having fun, and see, they're not even all leveled up. There's really no reason for that. But I don't mind, I don't really care, I'm just having fun for the day. But if you're gonna use the team and take it seriously, then make sure to upgrade the level, make sure to cultivate. You get the cultivation runes from, what's it called now? From Survival Trial. And okay, early on they are a bit scarce, I would say, but you'll soon get loads of it, especially once you start sweeping and basically finishing, what is it? And finishing the breakthrough. So getting to level 12 every day and finishing the breakthrough, they will add up quite quickly, to be honest. It comes to a point where you actually have way too many, pretty much a point where I am at now, and pretty much every other player that's been playing from more or less the beginning of the game. What's next on the ninja? So after the cultivation we have the awakening, and you get these materials to awaken the ninjas from plot instance, which are the other ones. So that's the lid, and these are the plot ones, and you can see here the items that you can obtain. So you get them from there, and again, your main ninjas, the ones in ranked, the ones you're gonna use for survival trial or whatever, make sure they are awakened. At these later levels, it takes a little bit of time when the level cap goes up, but to be honest with you, within a couple of weeks or so, you'll have the main ninjas, the ones that use the most, awakened, and then you slowly work on the rest. Also, what you can do, and this goes the same for the stars, you can click on this information mark here, and it actually tells you where you can get it from, and you can go directly there and sweep them from there. And that works exactly the same for the character stars, which none of these actually have. Guy does. So you can get them from there, and if you click on the other ninjas, it will also tell you where you can get them from. Just you can't frag them, but tells you event gains, and you find out with a lot of ninjas. So awakening is very important. You do get in the long run quite a lot of power. Getting a ninja from here level 1 without any awakenings yet to level 95, it takes a bit of time. Once you get to the yellow +1s +2s, it gets quite slow from there on. The next thing that you can get power from, it's still in a ninja interface, and you're looking at the mood. It normally tells you there is some, sometimes it's BS. Life and defense is important to Ashirama. Yes, it is. I decided to give him life and take resistance. I think I've changed this at one point. So you can refresh. It uses meatballs, or as they're called now, dangos, to refresh. And you need, most important, mood scrolls. Holy fuck, I didn't know I had so many. I know I bought some on last event, but I thought I bought 200. I must have bought 400. Holy cow. Anyway, if you're free to play, you'll never get this amount of mood scrolls, really. Even if you buy them from events, that's not gonna happen. But obviously, as you can see here, I'm not free to play. But yeah, you need, if we start from, so at this level, you need 20 to go up one level. Maximum level, I believe, is 16. So Ashirama is at level, level 14. so I need 40 to max him out. But it doesn't start like that. In the beginning, it only costs 2 until you get till about level 5 maybe, or something like that. Not too sure. I don't think there's any ninja here that I actually have in there. No, okay, so there's one, Turune. So I've got him at level 6, which is the basic and most people will use, which is 25% gain on something and the standard minus 5% on something. It is a good boost in power and it's not too expensive. From level 6 above, then it costs 10 until you get, I think, maybe level 10 or 11 or whatever. Then it becomes 20 mood scrolls. But I'd say a ninja that you use or you've got in ranked battle, then I would say at least get into level 6. Those important ninjas. If you're just starting the game, don't worry with the moods, save them for important ninja. Unless you want to start using them early on Sasuke, or if you're lucky enough to get a good ninja from the treasures, to get a rare, then yeah, you can mood those ninjas because they will be usable for quite a while, so you're not really wasting power there. The next power feature you can get was added fairly recently, which is Breakthrough, and so far these are the only ninjas that we have. In fact, I don't think this is a power feature. I don't think you can get power from this. No, I'm pretty sure you can't. It just changes the some of your skills, or some of the ninja skills. You don't actually get power from it. I mean, I don't think so anyway. Obviously I haven't skill broken anyone yet. I don't think I've got enough for any of these. Oh, so close, so close. I mean, I could how many did I get that? 1, 2, okay. So obviously it's already at level 5, but what are you using here? God damn it. To break through, it's gonna use fragments, ninja fragments, so you kinda need those. And now I've forgotten which bloody ones I clicked on. I only need one. Come on, okay. So breakthrough. I got 100 and I can get that one, whatever it does. Skill. Okay, yeah, fine. Okay, so we've got that. So attack slot float causes repulse and ignition. So it adds ignition to that chase, which is quite cute actually. I don't think it gave any power. I wasn't actually paying attention. But yeah, it just gives you a nice chase in this case. And these kind of ninjas, you get them early on. You get Naruto earlier on. I wouldn't suggest skill breaking him or investing on him, because you're gonna get Sage Naruto later on, or you might get Sage Naruto later on. I mean, you can still use him. It's half decent skill broken. So I mean, if you're totally free to play, then yeah, why not? It may take you a long time to get Sage Naruto, you may never even get him. So yeah, use regular Naruto, because you can get the frags from the game and then skill break him. Tobirama and Ashirama, they are kind of almost premium ninjas kind of thing. And to get frags for them it's quite difficult, so you normally have to spend money anyway. And then Sakura and Kakashi, these are all free, and you can get all these ninjas, you know, Team 7. And they're, you know, they improve with the skill breaks, they don't get great. But anyway, moving on with power, because that's why we're here, and we're just wasting a lot of time, or I'm wasting a lot of time there. We go to the next interface, which is the Strengthen interface. And here, you've got all these tabs that give you power, every single one of them. So to strengthen, this is fairly straightforward. As you level up the characters, you can get them high, so basically you can get them to the same level as you. It costs a lot of coins, from level 70 plus kind of thing, but these days it's not too hard to get coins, so you should be fine, unless you know, strengthening all the unless you're wasting coins elsewhere, but it shouldn't be too difficult. And in fact I've got quite a lot to strengthen here. And these items here, they don't change per ninjas. These are the 5 ninjas that you've got, so you're not strengthening these and then you change ninjas, you got to strengthen them again. No, because this is basically the kind of equipment. So even though it's dependent on your level, this is kind of well, as it says there, this is a part of equipment, and this stays always on. So you change the ninjas when they come back into the team, or you put a different ninja there. Then if you put them in that slot, it's gonna have the same strengthening level that this one has right now. And let's go on to do these. I'm not entirely sure I have enough, but it doesn't matter. Jesus, it absolutely eats through coins. Down to 9 million. That's okay. So keeping this up is quite important, but not overly important. It's not a huge gain in power. There's other places that you may want to invest the coins, so try to kind of balance the way you spend the coins. Get a bit of everything. And you will soon find out other things that you can get, like one of the next interfaces that we get to, the inner gates. You can spend coins there. Also, don't forget your group skills. So donate coins to the group so that the group can get stronger, and you will get stronger with the group by being able to level up the group skills. The next one is the well, it's an upgrade, so still under equipment, but you upgrade the actual equipment, and it's nothing about level really. It's about kind of type. You get, I think I've upgraded all of these recently. This is the latest with the current level cap. This is the strongest you can get to. You unlock these as you level up, basically, and when you do, you can get the items. Usually you'll have like an exclamation mark. So here you have the current upgrade level, and there it will show you the next upgrade, and it'll show you which items that you need to get to that level. So then you can farm those from plot instance and get them from the black market as well, and just keep stacking them up and leveling, upgrading these items. The next we'll go to the Megatamas, and here you can get, I mean, these give you a lot of power, and you can get Megatamas for free from, oh well, I don't know if it's even worth mentioning the Nine Tails, the world boss, but you can get some Megatamas from there. But most of them you'll get them from Ninja Exam. So make sure you do these. You know, you'll unlock more the stronger you get. I mean, you'll be stuck in some places, but there's lots of videos on YouTube that will help you get through it. Normally, you just need to change your tactics, see what's causing you to lose, and block those ninjas, change positions, or bring clones in to take some of the damage, and ultimately increase your power. That is what's gonna get you through Ninja Exam. Get stronger, and as you get stronger, you'll become even stronger because you will get rewarded with magic damage. Now they're low level, but they all add up. So you see all these 42, this is probably from the past few days, and that I got them from Ninja Exam. You get a few level 2s as well, and then you can synthesize them, and slowly you will level up. Don't concentrate the power in just one ninja. Try to balance it out throughout the team. Obviously, if you've got a character that's gonna hit run 2 with the mystery, then you might want to stack the one with a bit more power and ninjutsu, because you want to make damage, and that's assuming the mystery uses ninjutsu. But otherwise, try to balance it out throughout the team. I thought I had, maybe I don't. And this is how you will be upgrading your Magitamas throughout. You see at my level, I mean, even level 4s don't give me much, but that's how it is. the stronger you get, the harder and more expensive it becomes to level up. Not much you can do about that. If you're free to play, just balance out the power, slowly increase it. There's not much else you can do. Just make sure you're competitive or even stronger than those around your level. Don't focus on those that spend money and you'll lose against them because they've got high level magitamas and whatever. Because they it's just gonna ruin your game. So focus on your game, increase your power and have fun. And that's what you should be doing anyway. And the next one will be the refinement, and this one gives a ton of power. And not only power, but it also, with an power it gives initiative, and initiative is very important because that's what determines which ninja goes first, or which team keeps the passive barrier, yours or the enemy. You get these refined runes. You get them from events. Where else do you get them from? I know you get them from Sageable Battlefield, not an awful lot. You get them from the monthly event, especially at the low level. You will need the low level refines, and you can get the medium. The advanced one is obviously the hardest one to get. You think you get that one only from events that you can redeem. You can get them from Sage World Battlefields if you finish the top something, not too sure, but basically if you do well you'll get rewarded with some, and if your camp wins, you get some extra rewards as well. As you can see, I've stacked up quite a few from recent events. I'm trying to get another item to level 10, so refinement levels are mostly 8. I think I've got a 7 somewhere, which I think is the one. Oh, sorry, my bad. Damn, what am I doing? I think it's a ninjutsu. Yeah, so I'm planning to get this one to level 10, and then I'm gonna have to work with what's coming on the next tab so that I can put it on my frontliner or my move 1 in round 2. I need to get that initiative up. So yeah, get this leveled up. You get from here you can see, okay, maybe it's under materials actually, numpty, or not. So let's get to this one, low levels. So you get the basic refine rune, which used to be called low level refune. I didn't even realize they changed it, and that goes, as it says there, from 1 till 4. After 4, so from 5 to 7, you need medium refine rune, and they're not super hard to get now. Earlier on in the game they were harder, but now you can get them fairly easy. You can get them from the treasures when you're hunting treasures as well, and then you've got the advanced level refine rune, which is the hardest one to get. And that takes you all the way to level 10, which is the max. I don't know if it's actually any higher than that in China. I don't know, don't really care, because I'm not level 10. Well, I've only got 2 level 10s, which are on Conan right now, because she is the damage dealer round 2. And it looks all glowy and pretty, goddamn expensive, I tell you that though. If you're free to play to get a level 10, I mean, just don't even think about it for now, really. Just level up the others, keep your power balance within the ninjas. Maybe, eventually you'll get there, but it's not worth it. What I would suggest doing, whether you pay to win or free to play, is take advantage of the events, the refinement events. In recent months they added an extra one, so over the past 2 events you could actually get, there was synergy within the events, and you could actually get rewards from 2 different events. Now the main rewards that you want is the refinement event that gives you wishes. That's the one that you really want, and then try to level up as many as you can on that event. I would suggest, personal opinion I guess, focus on one rune, maybe go a couple of levels with it. So like here, if you're say level 7, like I am, I'm gonna try and go straight to level 10. That's why I'm stacking so many, but otherwise I will try and get to level 9 at least. Take advantage of the wishes, because when you get to level 8 during that event, it will give you, I don't know, 100 or 50. No, I think I gave me 50 here. So I think a level 80 gives you something like 100 or something along those lines. So those are refined runes that you don't need to waste. That's why you need to do it during the event. The event is actually giving you something that's really hard to get, and it is quite expensive. So you should always save them for the events. Earlier on in the game, I made that mistake. I was just throwing money at the game, and I didn't use the events that well. Besides, there wasn't really any synergy within the events. These days, if you use your head, you can actually take a lot from the game for free. So just think before you use these items. Check the events, see if it's a good time, see if you have enough for the upgrades that you want in that event, and if you don't, maybe save them, like I've been doing. Save them for the next event, when perhaps you will have enough to get the upgrades done that you wanted, or to make the most of the rewards from the game. Next, we're going to go to Purify Equipment. This was one of the later features added. It's an absolute pain in the ass, to be brutally honest with you. But basically, you get these. These are quite easy to get. These, however, the protection runes, they're much harder. And I'll probably waste, okay, definitely over 100 in getting some golds here. In fact, the one that I need to get is this one, because it's the next one that I need to get to level, that I'm going to get to level 10 on a refinement. So I will want this initiative up. I want it gold, at the very least purple if I'm running out of purification runes. And the way it works, I mean, when you just refresh, like I'm going to do now, it only uses one rune. So that's not really a problem. You can keep refreshing. In fact, you should keep refreshing until you get a gold. If you're at lower levels, purple will do, I guess. And then you will use, and I probably won't get one here. So say you get purple, and say you wanted to keep this purple, then you're going to lock that one. So when you refresh, it's going to refresh the others and still take one purification rune. And this protection here is going to take one rune, one protection rune from here. The problem is as you go on, and you need to protect more. So if I got a purple next, or a gold or whatever, again I wanted to keep, I have to protect it. So I'll be spending one of these each time. However, I could be spending up to 4 of these each time, and that's why they go so quick. Also, that's why it's so important. So you keep the goods. That's why they're so important, because you keep the good stats. You don't waste them away. So the game obviously made it harder to obtain them, and got them expensive for sure. You can get them from events. One of the good events that I like getting from is the Sage event. Try to get 30% plus discount if you're lucky. Like I've been, I think once I got 50% discount on them, so like great, fantastic. I actually recharged on purpose just to get them, and I'm sure that was the reason why the game gave it to me, because knew I didn't have ingots. Yeah, I'll give you a good discount, however you can make the most of it unless you recharge, because we know the game is rigged anyway. There's no hiding on that one. So I got another purple there. I'll get back to these after the video. But you'll see it makes, like I had fairly decent stats on it. I had blue and purples, and I lost power, but it's fine. I'll get it back later. And that's about it. So you can see variation here. I think it starts, as I was refreshing, you saw, so the basic is white. Doesn't give you enough, a lot of, I think up to 20%, I think. The next one is green, then blue. And blue is, usually not bad, especially at lower levels. Don't worry too much. Don't waste protection runes. Just take whatever the game gives you. Don't go wasting them, because you'll need them when you're at higher levels. And when you get this equipment higher and your ninjas are higher, then you can start investing and wasting some of these runes. But at the beginning, don't bother. Just keep wasting the purification runes. Refreshing, maybe you get lucky, maybe you won't. Doesn't matter. Just keep trying. Just don't waste those. So after the blue you get purple. Purple is a bit harder to get, it's kind of rare. And then you have the very rare, which is the orange. And I've got a few of those. So say for example on this case, and I had to leave initiative there at 70% because I was running out of protection runes when I did it then, and I had to leave that one as blue. But if I remember correctly, this was actually one of the luckiest how do we say, purifications that I had. I just kept getting gold after gold, which is great, fantastic. And the other way that you can get power here, and this is purely pay to win at the moment and quite hard to get, is breakthrough pills, which I don't think I have any at the moment. I have some, I think they're probably here. So this is 1%, so you get the bonus from the purification and then plus the breakthrough bonus. So I've got 1% on that one, got 2% on this one, 1%. So basically when you do breakthrough, as you can see there, it just increases all the main stats by 1%. It's hardly worth it for the price that you're getting those pills from, to be honest with you. So that is purely pay to win. If you're free to play, just ignore it. You're not going to be getting those pills. I don't think there's any way at the moment that a free to play player can get them. It may be a while, if not a long time, before that's even possible. So yeah, that's about it for the purify equipment. Runestones. This again was a feature later on. And it does give you a nice boost of power, not an awful lot, but it does give you a nice boost. And you get these from the Mysterious Cave. Again, use your brain, stack up your keys and wait for an event. So you can get rewards, you get free keys back. Maybe, later on they'll add other things that you can get for free. So you get one free a day, which I'll get mine in 3 hours and 50 minutes. And you get them from events. You can redeem them. I don't think you can get them. I got them today from somewhere actually. From something I was spinning and I got keys. Oh yeah, I think I got them from a treasure. Yeah, I think when I was doing the free draws, I think it wasn't on this account actually. Then I got keys, so there's a low chance that you can get keys from there, but otherwise you will be getting them from events. I don't think you can get them from here either. You can get the keys from the home interface. So when your tree levels up, when your friend's been pissing on your tree enough to get it to level up, then you choose between coupons, cave keys, and I think coins. So it's up to you if you want the coupons, if you're saving up for something, saving up for power items, of course, because this is all about power today, or you can just stock up the cave keys. It's entirely up to you. And next, what have we got next? I mean, it's pretty simple really. You just add them like same as magic hammers, just level them up, just add them there and synthesize them, and you get that for every single equipment piece as well. Then we've got the charms, which is the latest feature, and it is quite expensive, to be brutally honest. I've stacked up some from the last Sage event, so that's the same what I got purification runes from, and something else that we went through earlier. So I stacked them up from there. It's a good event to get them if you have, again, good discount. If you don't, then don't bother. I think at the moment the highest on the last Sage event I think was 30% for charms, so I'd consider 20% plus a good price, and I bought some at 20%. But that's because the maximum is 30%. If an item is maximum 40%, unless I'm really desperate, I'm not going to use a 20% discount. I'm just going to use keep refreshing until I get 30% or 40%. But I did get one day 30%, so I bought all of them. I can't remember how much it was, but a fair bit considering I bought quite a lot there. You also get them from somewhere, and you also get the magic hammers. Now the rainbow magic hammers, you get these also from the ultimate training. We were talking about it earlier. So you can get those rewarded from there, and after 3.0 you can also get them rewarded from Ninja Exam. Another reason to make sure you do your Ninja Exam every day and try to get to the highest level that you possibly can, beat. Obviously you start at level 1 as everything else, and when you get to level 3 you unlock the first spot for the rainbow magic hammers. That's something a lot of players, especially those who don't talk a lot in chat, they don't know how to use the magic hammers, and every now and then people send me PMs and asking me, you know, what do I do with the magic hammers, because you start getting magic hammers before you get charms to actually increase the level. So just save them, you'll get them later. Once you have enough charms to start leveling up things, then at level 3, when you get any of these items to level 3, you'll be able to use your magic hammers, you'll be able to synthesize them there as well. Just remember that you'll need for the other equipment as well, so don't waste all of them on the first one that you get, getting say a magic hammer to level 5, and then you unlock another slot for another piece of equipment and you don't have any magic hammers, not even a level 1 to put there. So balance the power, don't just synthesize them to the highest you can. Just keep them maybe level 2s, level 3s, something like that, depending on your power and on the money you've got, and just distribute the power equally. That'll be the best way to do it, unless, again, as we mentioned before, your damage dealer, you can stack that one up a little bit higher than the others, but the rest spread it out. At level 3, you unlock the first, the next one you unlock at level 6, so for example here, this equipment is at level 6. And the last one will be at level 9. Is it 9? 9? 10? Yeah, so at level 9 you'll unlock the last level. And I'm nowhere close to level 9 in any of them, I think. Am I? Not really. But that's fine, because I need to get these others leveled up. So each time you level up, you do get an increase in stats, as you can see there. But you won't get a slot for the rainbow magic hammers, but you do get power, so that's fine. What you don't get, I think you only get when it actually levels, you don't get any, I don't think you get any power as it goes up one by one. I could be wrong, can't remember. I think it's only when it changes level that you do get a power increase, and I think that pretty much does it for the charms. There is place that you can get, I think you can get fragments throughout the game. I don't like these charm materials. You get fragments from, oh god, I can't remember now. I know they're given to you for free. I can't remember where you get them from. And what you can do is, oh, okay, I don't want to get them. Then you synthesize them. So each 10 will give you one charm pack. So that's the one that I got from the synthesizer. Then you just use that. So it gives you one of each. Each pack will give you one of each. Okay, so what else do we need? I think that's it. We're done on charms, and we're done on the strength and interface. Jesus, this video is gonna be so long. Okay, the next one we have summons. Summons give you power. Like all these free summons give you power, even if you have that one active on your team. These ones being there give you power. Obviously, the gold summons are the ones that give you the most power. But you start off when you get to level 50. That's when you unlock Tonton, and that's the start of the blue ones. So blue ones there. Then you go to the purple ones, and you can frag the purple ones from the world within the game. So if you click here, you can go to that position and capture him, and the same goes for all the other purple ones. I believe all of them, yeah. And then the gold ones, which you can only get from the summoning treasure. Now, what I would advise doing is stack up your summoning scrolls and wait for an event so you get rebate on it. So you maximize your gains. That is really what you should do. Obviously, every 24 hours you get a free pull, and you sometimes get frags for these ones. I don't know if you can still get the summon for free. I know early on in the game we could in a free pull, but it seems to give a lot of just frags these days. I don't know if they've changed it, or you can still get it for free. You probably can still get it for free if you're lucky. But otherwise, excuse me. Otherwise, just save them for the summoning event, and you often can get actually 2 of them. So you can normally get on some months. I don't think I actually got it this week, but in many weeks you can actually get this one. So draw 10, so you do 2 multi draws and you get these rewards, and then you have the summoning rebate here as well. So that's quite good when you can make it work. Just pay attention to the event release dates, because sometimes, like on the last 2 days of this event, it's when the summoning rebate comes on, like on a Monday or something. So it doesn't come right away on a Thursday, the summoning rebate, but you get this one early on because it runs for a whole week. If you know there's a summoning rebate this week, and you can check that in the game forums, then just wait until that day. And once the summoning rebate unlocks, then you can get, you know, the best of both worlds, as they say. And that's pretty much it for the summons. So once you can get all purples there, you get the most benefit. However, you also have the runes, and you can get these as well from pulling in the summoning treasure, which is something like this. And as you can see, I've stacked up a few. I'd like to use 100 per event, so that's ready for the next event. And these ones, you level them up the same as everything else in the game, as if it were major tamers or whatever. And again, try to spread the power in between all of them. There's no point getting all level 6s here and then have nothing down here or level 1s. So try to level them all up. What I do to make it easy for myself, it took me a while to actually do it this way, is I leveled up the first one. Once I get them all to the same level, then I start leveling from the top. So that summon, once they get all to level 8s or whatever, or level 7s, then I move on to the next one. So I've got all level 7s down here, because I just got level 8s here. I'm almost done with it. So any of these level 8s, if I get any more, I will just go straight down here and get these ones up, instead of getting an 8 to 9, get the 7 to 8s on here. Maximize the power. What else do you get? So I mean, these don't give you an awful lot of power. You can see the stats down here, but it does give you power, and it all adds up. What else can we talk to you? Oh, we've got cultivation. This is a new thing which I've been on holiday. I just got back yesterday. This was released while I was on holiday, and you know, on my mobile I'm not going to be bothering doing these things. I think I did this one yesterday, got it there. Lightning, so that one I can't do that one. I'm not spending in goods for that. Participate in ninja test. Okay, I haven't done the ninja test today, so I think some of them you can kind of go straight on, but you need these. You need these summoning contracts, and I think you need something else which I don't even know what it is for. What's this? Ah, so that's Unbound runes that you need, and summoning contract. And you can get these from, I'll show you in a bit. So basically you can get these ones straight on, and then here, well, you still need those. But from here you get like missions, and they all add power. So when you, this one gives critical, that one gives injury, that one gives attack, this one is going to give control, that one's going to give ninjutsu, this one's going to give life. And once that's all done, I'm going to unlock the first one, the next one, which is fire. And once I complete that fire, then I'll get the water one. I don't know how many ninjas are released on this so far. I guess only Tonton right now. I thought there was more ninjas though. I was sure there were more ninjas, not ninjas, god damn it. Summons. Okay, maybe I need to finish him and then this one unlocks? That makes no sense though. I thought that all the blue ones had been released. Oh well, anyway. You'll unlock them eventually, or the game will unlock them, you know, whatever. Oh, okay. Right, I get it. Jutsu level 2, and I'm level 1. So when I get to level 2, then I'll unlock all the blue ones. Or most of the blue ones. All of the blue ones. Yeah, I think all of them. I just had to get a bit closer to the screen there. So yeah, that gives you power, but I haven't done much on it, not very familiar with it. But you need these little scrolls and then bound runes, and you can get these, for example, not necessarily space-time, but from the shops, which is something that I'm going to talk to later. So you can get the summoning contract there, from the group shop, and from the arena shop you can get the unbound runes. So that's where you get them from. And I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get them from events, from some events anyway. So that's it for the summoned. So the next power item or interface is going to be the 18 gates. Don't worry about calling Guy, really. I don't see the need. I did it just to try it out a couple of times, but really that's just ignore that. So what you do is auto practice. Unless you're early on in the game and you've got very limited coins, then you might just want to do 1 or 2. Otherwise, you just go for it. So you get all these ones. Early on in the game, you're probably looking for blue once you unlock this interface. But once you get these green ones, stick them on your ninjas right away, because they're better than nothing and they give you power. But as you level up and as you spend more, you're looking, obviously the next one up is blue. The next one is purple, and then gold, and then red. That's the rarity levels. On my level, you just stacking them. Just synthesize them in one click, sell the ones that you don't need, which is those, whatever, call them, those blank ones that didn't give you anything, because I need a very high level to even get me close to leveling up anything. But it's pretty self-explanatory, I guess. These gates, can't remember if you unlock them all at once. I know that one hasn't been released yet. I think not even in China yet. I think some of them you need to be like level 80 or level 70 and so on. So as you naturally progress through the game, you will unlock them. When you do unlock them, make sure that you put some runes on it, because that give you power. Even if it's a low rune, give them power. The type of them is entirely up to you what you want to choose. Obviously the attack and ninjutsu runes do tend to give a bit more power, because that's how it is. I guess life ones as well. There are, you know, what's this one? Experience, explosive, critical. So I mean, you've got like the basic ones. You also have ninjutsu penetration and taijutsu penetration, which isn't exactly great. If you're using ninjas that crit a lot, then you might consider putting taijutsu penetration on, or ninjutsu if they use ninjutsu base attacks, or yeah, I guess standard attacks probably the thing you want to base it on. Not really going to base it on the mysteries. But you could do. But most of the time, from what I see around, people don't tend to use those very much. Even injury and that not used. Damage reduction. You've got damage reduction. Do you have damage reduction on these? I think we do. It's not used a lot. The resistance ones, I mean, they're good if you're using someone that's giving shield, so you can stick that on that ninja. What I do find very annoying on these though is that when you change team, I mean, these go by the order or on the team. So move 1, move 2, move 3, move 4. That's how it is. So when you change ninjas and you change team, you might not necessarily want these to be on that slot 1. So you have to come here and change it. A lot of people do bother with that, and are supposed to maximize the effect of your team. You should do that. I don't bother because honestly it's too much effort. I mean, this game takes enough time as it is. But that's something that you can do to keep maximizing your team, is changing the runes according to the ninjas, according to what they need. I've got them like this because usually my main teams revolve in this kind of order. So there's not really much point for me to to change it, especially when I'm just having a fun team. My alternate teams that I may use even in Matsuri or even Sage, I'm not really that bothered. I hardly ever visit this interface now. The only time I come here really is to just do this and hope I get something nice, and if I don't, just keep leveling those up. And I tend to actually stack up a lot of coins before I do that, because it doesn't give you much otherwise. But it's something that you do unlock, I don't know, level 60 or something, or thereabouts. And when you unlock it, use it, because it gives you nice power. It doesn't give you huge increases, but again, it all keeps adding up, and in the end, it makes quite a hell of a difference, to be honest with you. If I removed all of these, it would make one hell of a difference. And that's it for the negates. The next one is battle armor. This gives you quite a bit of power. So you can get this one to level 27, that is the max. And the actual ranking up of the battle armor, this one takes forever. I am level 7 and it is bloody expensive because I need advanced threads and they're very hard to come by. You can't really buy them with coupons other than in Sage. I think they've removed them from the Sage event. They were at one point in Sage event, I think. I bought them from there in the past when I was, I think, level 6 before I got to level 7. And then they launched the Oasis decided to launch the panic buy. That's only ingots, so that's pretty much the only place you can get it from. However, at lower levels, you can get them from Strong Approach. You can get them from here, and even though here it says advanced threads, ignore that because they have not been released yet. No people on my server have gotten. I did essay a couple of times and all I was getting was medium threads. Obviously I've got no use to medium threads, so I'd rather use the stamina for something else. But if you are, then you do get. So you get the medium cloths. Not entirely sure if the advanced cloths is there. Probably is, considering that it's not that important of an item. And you get the medium thread as well. And what's good about this interface is, unless it kind of fails, each time you go up a number, so not a level, you just go up. You know, if I was to go up to level 155, I'm gonna get the bonus. I'm gonna get power. Sometimes it kind of fails. I think there's like a chance of failing or whatever. I mean, it explains everything on there. But normally it will give you power, and that's the same at the lower levels, and that's pretty good, because if you don't have enough to level up, then just level up a bit. Again, watch out for the battle armor rebate event. If you're getting close, or you think you may be getting close to leveling up, and this can happen fairly quickly at the lower levels, if you want to get the maximum rewards, wait for the event, because one of the rewards you will get them anyway, which is by reaching a certain level, so you can collect those when the event comes around. What you can't collect is the rewards in threads for leveling up during the event, and it is considerable, especially from level 4 onwards. But if you're free to play, then believe me, you will want the ones from level 2 and level 3 as well. So each time you level up, make sure you do it during the event. I didn't. I wasted a lot of unnecessary money, and I got cocked by the game once as well, because I didn't think I was going to level up, and the boss had leveled up. Like, I was well early. I think it was from level 5 to level 6, or level 4 to level 5. Level 5 to level 6, I think. And it really pissed me off because I wasted a lot of threads. I think they rewarded that level something like 200 or something thereabouts. 200 and something threads just thrown down the bin. But my fault. Now I am very, very careful, and I only touch them normally during the event, unless I'm really early on. But early on, I tend to use the threads that I get as a rebate from the event to get me as far as it goes, and then I keep stacking until the next event comes around. And they're very hard to get. I go weeks without getting a single advanced thread. Basically, I only get them from the Panic Buy event with a 40% discount. Other than that, I can't even think where else you get them. But at lower levels, it's fairly easy to get, because again, you can get from this event as redeem. So you can get the common cloth, which you won't need for long, and the common thread. So easy peasy on those ones. And most events will give you an option. Let's say, for example, on this week's events, so when you got to redeem, well, this week that isn't actually. So you could get this week. You could get cave keys here, mode scroll, and you could get the Endbound rune. But there's another event actually, so you might be able to get it from that. Well, they're not hard to get at the lower levels. Well, there you can get the rune. Okay. Oh, that's the balloons. That's the one I meant. Oh yeah, this is the one to redeem. It's actually you can get from any of them this week, but fear not. It's never long before you can redeem them. And at the lower levels, you get them pretty much handed to you. When we started the game, when the servers opened, obviously it wasn't as easy to get them then. But if you join the game now, or if you're still at low level now because you joined recently, you should have no problem getting those items. So you use the cloths to level up this one here to upgrade, and to improve you use the threads. That's how it works. And goddamn, she looks sexy when she gets that. But anyway, you can also see what they look like at different levels. Now I'm normally lightning main. I only went messing about. But that looks quite nice. I like it. So that's the one I have. It doesn't look too bad. That one doesn't actually add a lot, but anyway, this is just for you know, just synthetics or aesthetics or whatever you call it. It doesn't give you any power. What does give you the power is reaching that level to unlock it. And this is where it comes from, and you can see the bonus there. Moving on to the next interface that gives you power. Team doesn't give you any power. Group does give you power. Not only from the group summon that boosts everyone, but you can boost your own skills and the group skills. And this is quite important and does give you a really nice boost, to be totally honest. You know, I'm level 60 on most, and funnily enough the important ones are not actually level 60, or two of the important ones, because this is when I quit my old group. It was a level 12 group, and you know, this one was level 8, we're nowhere near touching that. But you know, I used to rank them up sometimes, or level them up from the weakest to the highest. Sometimes I did the other way around. It didn't really matter. It's whenever we unlocked those last skills, I would just decide right then and then in the order. I guess this time around, you know, wish I had started from those, so I get those to level 60, and then I would have these two down here at level 57. No one, you know, they're not really that important, but you know, doesn't matter. However, for you or anyone getting power, make sure you keep these up with the group that you're in. Again, if you just join the level 12 group, you're not going to get there right away. These things, especially at the higher levels, they take forever to as you can see there, in this case 7 hours. But until you get to, not too sure of the level, 40, I think around near level 40 on these, that's when it becomes then quite slow. Up until then it's not too bad, and early on you can actually when you start the game you can stock up some of them for a few hours leveling up, so that's quite good. But obviously the time, you know, it takes longer and longer to upgrade as the game goes on, which is perfectly normal. You can use contributions to speed it up. Again, I don't suggest doing that, or you can use ingots to finish the training. It's just a matter of time, so just take it easy and wait for it. There's no need to waste ingots on those. What else have we got? So on group we can get those. Okay, I think I need to leave here. From friend you don't really get power, you know, you don't get any power from leveling up. And you do get power, however, from the home interface, and this is fairly new. So what you have to do, which I've already done today, talk to these ninjas. So, you know, chat or give them a gift to get their level up, and it will give you bonuses to your power, even if it's a ninja that you're not using. It's just because they level up. No, they level up, they get a bit of bonus, and when you get to level up your bond level here, so when I get to 289, then I'll get overall increase in power. But I thought that even when you level one of these, you get a little bit. I don't know, I'm not too sure. But you get to level them, which is obviously good, especially if it's ninjas that you do use. You can see the level here when you speak with, when you come see Jiraiya. Oh, I've put Ashirama right away in level 20, but I'm not really using him. But anyway, Gaara is already 12, which is good because I might have him in my team soon. Naruto, level 15. It's the ninjas I use the most. I mean, these level 5s are because they've just been added recently. With 3.0, we got these extra ninjas, so that's why they're only level 5. So, yeah, with time, more ninjas will be added. But yeah, make sure you can chat with them every day. Once you get them to level 8, you can one-click ask, and the game automatically does it for you, which is good. We only got that with 3.0 as well. And then the other ninjas which aren't level 8 yet, you can just click on the name. Like normally you'll see here a green exclamation mark, which means you haven't talked to them yet, and it will automatically transport you there. Or if I say, click down here. So you see it does that. Not that it's a huge distance to walk, to be honest with you, but if you're limited on time, like sometimes, you know, before work, when you play before work, or you're rushing for whatever reason, you can just click on a name. Otherwise, just walk around and do them. When you get them to certain levels, I think 5, 10, 15 and 20, which is the maximum level, you can basically they give you a mission which will give you fragments and coupons, which is pretty cool. So I did Ashirama right away, hoping that I was going to get enough to skill break him, though I didn't. So now I don't know what to do with the Okage packs. But anyway, make sure you do this. It gives you a little power, but it all adds up. It all adds up. And I think that is it for power. And to be honest, it's been almost an hour. It's a very long video. If you managed to get to the end of it, wow, well done and thank you. One thing we can talk about is where you can obtain. So the interfaces where you can upgrade your power or gain power are down at the bottom, and will unlock more as the game progresses. The game will give more to us. And normally the items that you do need to upgrade them down here, you get them from up here. And also don't forget the events, you can get power from that. But most of the free stuff you will get them from here, from these little things. Well, yes, you can also spend money if you are not free to play, then yep, by all means. These treasures, which actually it's full but it's showing blank for whatever reason, no treasure in the map. The game does that every now and then because it's buggy as hell. And what else do you get? So from the black market you will get some items every now and then. You definitely get the items to upgrade your equipment, so make sure you stack up on these. I don't know when they finish using, because at level 95 we were still using them to upgrade this equipment, so I don't know if we're gonna need them again for 100, and I should stack up on them. Because I stacked them up to level 90, but I didn't stack them up to level 95, so it took me a while. I think only last week or early this week I upgraded the last of these items. So I don't know what to do now. I haven't seen any videos or ever come across anybody else mentioning, you know, from China, if you need those items or not. But you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. The other important place to get items from is here. So from the group shop, in terms of power, you can use the summon contracts to level up your summons, which gives you power. You can also redeem medium refined runes, which give you power when you level up. From the arena shop, you can get the Endbound rune, which you need to level up the summon, for the summon cultivation. From the ranking shop, what can we get, if anything? Well, we can get Sakura Great Ninja Wa from both. Alright, I didn't know that. Okay. I mean, I have a lot of frags here. Oh, a lot of points here. I could definitely work out on her. Okay. That's cool. I wouldn't use the arena ones though, because these ones are quite hard to come by. And I don't bother doing the ones for 300 unless it just happens to come up and I've got the team ready for it. So I just always go for the 150 and use a better team with a better chance of winning. Okay, so can we get power from here? Yeah, you can get basic refined runes. However, I would recommend not wasting any of your ranking credits on these, because they come by really easy in the game. You don't have to waste credits to get them, and as you can see, you can actually get some decent ninjas, and more will be added with time to the shop, but probably Great Ninja was the one that you really want to go for. Definitely don't go for Zabuza. So I think in the long run you will want to save those points to spend on better things. And I think these shops later on get merged and you can get all the power items. So I think arena and all these kind of they almost all get merged into one. So that all the coins get merged into one type of coins. And that is, well, you will be able to get more power items. You'll be able to get more ninjas for free. That's the only time, one of the very few times that I would suggest don't actually spend on power or on that specific item. Just save it for the long run, either for more power items or for a better ninja. On a group shop for the medium refined, probably spend some if you've got loads of group credits. If your group is doing well and does well in Great Ninja War, and you always get rewarded loads of coins, and if you do the SA every day with your group mates, then you can waste those, because medium refined runes are quite useful. Still fairly easy to come by, but not the easiest. But definitely don't waste any credits on the basic refined runes. Just no. Survival trial, you don't know what you can get here. Cultivation runes, you may be tempted to use some early on, and to be honest with you, these points kind of stuck up a lot. The trial credits, because it's something that you're gonna do every day. It's just survival trial, and you're gonna get credits every day. So yes, if you are desperate, but as I did mention at the time, you will get to a point where you'll have too many, so bear that in mind. So if you're desperate for a ninja that you really want to use, then yeah, go for it. If not, just don't. And definitely don't buy any barbecues or freaking dangos and what's the other? I mean the other food items level up. You don't need those. You get those plenty. The summon shop. This is worth getting. I'm just stacking them for now because I don't know what to do. But ignore the summons. Normally you'd see Kirin here as well, but I did buy Kirin. What you want is you want to get these runes. You want to exchange those credits for these runes to give you power. That's what you want to do. Ignore those. That's way too expensive. That's for, you know, pay to win players to go for those. If you're free to play or you don't spend much, just ignore it. Just spend on power. Get these items here. And then Space-Time Shop, which is pretty much the only place you can buy advanced threads. However, you may want to consider buying the Deluxe Statics page instead, which actually brings me to one thing that I didn't mention that you can get power from, which is in a Ninja interface. So this one is going to give you one of each page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. I thought we had more pages than that now. And it costs 2,000 credits. These credits do go quite quickly. Definitely don't get dangos. Purification runes, you get loads of them. Don't get them. you may get advanced threads because they're hard to get by, and I do buy them sometimes, but recently I've been getting the statics because I wanted to level up. So this down here, tactics, I wanted to get it from level 8 to level 9, which I did, I think just before I went on holiday. And you get all these added later on. So you, by buying a tactics page, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you get these 5. So you get 1 of each, which is good. Gives you a bit of option. I focus on ghost kill. However, I still get 1 page of ghost kill. So those points don't cost me anything from space time. Even though I'm not getting a lot of points from space time anymore because I'm not top. Because I haven't got the latest ninjas. So pretty much everybody beats me. Even when I use my main team, when I use Midnight Blade, I can stay top 40, okay. But yeah, whatever credits it gives you, up to you what you're going to use, but this gives you power each time you level up. And to level up at lower levels, well, even at lower levels, it can be quite a pain in the ass, to be honest with you, as you saw there. So I'm just going to use all those, which actually gets me to level 3, which is cool. I mean, I don't plan on ever using these. This one, not quite as lucky, as you can see. And this one, we'll find out. Well, I'll get to level 3 as well, which is cool. I can also use these, won't make a hell of a difference. But so I think I need 25 to 27k ingots or coupons to actually buy these from the shop. To actually upgrade it to level 10. I haven't decided whether I'll do that or not. For now, I'll just stack coupons until I have something to spend it on. And then you can come here. You get some deals, weekly deals. Sometimes are worth buying. Sometimes, most of the time, they're not. But sometimes they are. Even in comparison with some discounts that you may get on a sealed treasure. I think what I find normally quite decent here is when you get the packs for advanced runes. The price is actually not bad on those. Yes, you can get better on Sage, but you need a high discount. So if you don't have, not getting luck on a Sage event and you have them here, I think you save, could be wrong, but about 20% or 20-something% perhaps. It's not a bad discount at all. But I always do the maths anyway. Don't go by my numbers because I suck at maths. So all the power items, I think all of them anyway. Maybe not all, maybe missing like 1 or something, like, yeah, like the breakthrough pill and maybe something else. But most of the stuff you can get here from the shop. However, I strongly recommend that you never do. If you're pay to win, then yes. Obviously the share materials packs, early on, you know, I did spend money on those from the shop. There was nowhere else to get them. So it's entirely up to you if you want to do that. Otherwise, just wait for events and get them from events while you spend for something else, and you get the shard materials pack as a reward. That would be the way to do it, really. But again, you know, if you have money to burn, by all means, go for it. These prices, they're all overpriced. Mood scrolls, I don't think I need any right now. And then, what else we got here? These, I mean, so expensive. That's why I wait for the panic buy and get them at 40%, or get them for free from the Space Time shop. Right, I believe this is it. It's been a very long video, and hopefully I've helped somebody to know what to level up and where to get the items from. I mean, that's it really. Pay attention to the events, try to level everything as equally as you can. Don't focus all your spending, even if you're free to play, you know, your coupons into one single thing. Just try to spread out the power, get more power overall, like that. As I said, hopefully I help someone, and we'll see you on the next video.